let's start solving today's LeetCode daily challenge question. So the question is minimum operations to make array values equal to k. You are given an integer array nums and an integer k. An integer h is called valid if all the values in an array that are strictly greater than h are identical. So if you see this example, 10, 8, 10, 8, a valid integer h is 9 because elements which are greater than 9 are these two, 10 and 10, which are identical. Okay, here it is said it is valid if the all the values in an array that are strictly greater than h are identical. Okay, now 5 is not an valid integer 5 because greater than 5, which all elements are there, 10, 8, 10, 8, which are not identical. So it is not a valid h integer. Okay, now you are allowed to perform the following operation on nums. Is we have to select an integer h that is valid for current values in the nums, and you know what valid means here. And for each index I, where nums of I is greater than h, set nums of I to h. That means, as we know, all will be the identical elements which are greater than h. For that, we have to find the h and make them equal to h. Okay. Now return the minimum number of operations required to make every element in nums equal to k. If it is possible to make all the elements equal to k, else return the minus 1. Okay, so if we see this example, 5 to 5, 4, 5. Okay, the operation can be performed in order using valid integers 4 and then 2. Okay, so if we see, let's analyze 5. Okay, now what are they saying? First, consider a valid integer 4. So if we consider h is 4, what are the elements greater than strictly greater than 4? Is this 5, and all are identical, right? So now we can just replace this with 4 as our h was 4. Here it is written, right? Um, Set nums of I to h. Now next valid integer we will take 2, and greater than 2 all the elements are identical. So we will just set it to 2. And what we have to do? Our k is 2. Here it is written, right? We have to return the minimum operations required to make every element in nums equal to k. So now our this array has all the values which are equal to k. Okay, so this is the thing. Now if we see this example 2, 1, 2. Okay, now it is okay. Let's consider any h. If we consider h is equal to 2, our k is what? K is 2. So already these two elements are 2. So what is the maximum value of k, h we can consider here is 1. Maximum value means for this in this array, but greater than 1 is 2. Again we don't want to equalize this 2 as 1 because we want 2 only. So if the first condition is if our minimum value of a1, or you can say any, if any number, okay, I will say if any number in an array is less than k, then it is not possible, so we will return minus 1. Okay, this is one condition we got. Now next is here, if we see 9553, this example. Okay, if we select first element as 7 also, now we can greater than 7, which is the number 9. So we can make equal 7, 7, 5 and 3. Now consider 5. So greater than 5 are identical. So we'll do 5, 5, 5. Now we will consider the element 3. So greater than 3 are all are identical. So 3. Okay, now we will not consider 3. Why? Here why we were considering 2 at the end? Because our k was 2, but here our k is 1. So we will, what we will do is after 3, like after 3, this 3. Okay, after 3 we will consider k as sorry h as 1, because greater than 1 all are identical. So now 1, 1, 1, 1, just replace. So how many operations are needed? 4. This was the initial. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is returning 4. Okay, So here we have to return the number of operations. We don't have to do actually this thing. We have to like find out how many times. Okay, so for that, like, we really don't need every time to change or make equal. Just there must be some trick to solve this question. Okay, so consider, so here if we see the first example, what was it? 5 2 5 4 5. Now what is the frequency of 5? Is 3. What is the frequency of 4? Is 1. What is the frequency of 2? Is 1. And if we see, this is 3, right? That means this is the unique element. So whatever the occurrences are there, if I want to make this equal, or just consider, I will take h as this previous element to change this element. So if I take h as 4, I change this as also 4. Again I will take one more and I can change this also. Right? So similarly two operations. So for this also, if we see how many distinct elements are there? 4. So the answer is 4. So if we are able to find the distinct elements in an array, then we will get the answer. But one more thing. Okay. So here, what are the distinct elements? What is the number of distinct elements? Is 3, but the answer is 2. Why? Because the k is 2. So we don't have to really modify this 2. So we will be considering only this thing, 5 5 4 5. Okay, so what we will check is, first is this condition. If t1 my any element is less than k, then we will return 1 minus 1. And again we will not consider what if my t1 is equal to k, then we will not consider this. Why? Because I don't need to change this thing only. Okay, because it is already there. What we have to do is we have to make every element in nums equal to k. So if it is already there, why we will consider that. Okay, and we will just count distinct elements. So just simple. This way we have to solve. Let's write a code now. Now what we will do, int, I will take one array int hash, and what will the maximum, let's see the constraint here, where it is. Yeah, it maximum value is 100, so I can take 101. We don't really need a map. We are not like frequency, but using a hash table will be good because we know how what is the size, what will be the maximum value. Okay, now for int num of nums. Okay, now if my, what is the first condition? T1 is less than k. If my num is less than k, then I will return minus 1. Now next is, if, what is the, if my num, okay, or you can say, we got our hash, we have to increment this. So hash of this num plus is equal to 1. And if hash of num is equal to 1, then I will increment my count. Why I'm doing this is, let's see, I will show you. And count is equal to 0. Okay, so this is hash. So consider, let's say, use excel. Yeah, this is, okay, consider this. Yeah, so this is, consider this is the hash. Okay, hash array. Now this is the value 0 1 2 3 4. Let's say we have elements as 2 3 3 4 and 1. Okay, now for 2 I will increment this. For 3 I will increment this. For this second 3. For this third 3, I will make this as 2. For this element, I will make this as 1. For 1, I will make this as 1. Okay, so we got this hash array, right? Now what I will check is, after after modifying these values, I will check if it is 1. If it is 1, that means it's a first time, so I will consider this as a distinct elements. No need to every time what like after updating again using a loop and counting. Instead of that, we can do one thing is, just while updating only we will check. Okay, if it is 2, that means how many distinct elements are there is 4. So this was initially 1, right? That time we are incrementing. After once it gets 2, so after, like, first time we got this 3, now we have incremented our count. Again we got 3, that time we will not increment because already 3 is there. Okay, so this is for this. So first we are incrementing and checking if it is 1, that means it is a first time, and we are incrementing the count. Then we will return the count. Let's run. Okay, now we are getting this. Yeah, we missed one thing. We have to check something else also. This ignore. Okay, so if, or you can just say, we don't need to even increment that. If my num is not equal to k, then only I will do this thing, because we have to ignore that thing, right? So let's run now again. Yeah, you can see accepted. Let's submit this. Yeah, you can see it is accepted, and it is a optimal solution. So in this way, this is a one way to solve this question. Of course, there are multiple ways to solve any question. If you feel this video is helpful to you, please like this video and subscribe my channel. Stay updated. Thank you.